Yeah, exactly. I know some of you are thinking he better pay me. Um, so, how's it gone today? Everything good? Pretty happy? We got a pretty special team. We have a special moment in time. And I don't know, maybe you're starting to sense this, but there's some magic going on in our company. It's not perfect, but there's magic that's brewing. You know, things are coming together, the stars are aligning, and I can tell you that there's a lot of things that we as a company still have to do to make this everything we say it is. I've always said that a big vision without execution is fraud. So we're very clear that there's many things we must do to make this all that we all want it to be together. So let me go through a few things. Is that where we're at right now? Oh, thank you. I'll look at my... Blake, you shared a bunch of good stuff, right? Okay, awesome. I cannot tell you how grateful I am to Blake, just because for years I always felt we had magic in our content, but a brilliant idea that no one understands is not brilliant. A simple idea that everyone gets is brilliant. And Blake, thank you for making everything simple. Love it, man. I was the one doing the opposite, I suppose, right? So in the brand platform, you're going to see lots of things, and we're giving you little snippets, little samples of what's to come in terms of how we brand our company and how it feels around the world and what we're saying and what differentiates this company. Because I don't want to sound like every other company. They all say the similar sentences and the similar phrases and our innovation and our blah, 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 blah. You know, I hear all that kind of stuff and I just get like, no more of that for me. Let's do something that really has some magic touch to it. So I'm going to go through a few of the we believes that you're going to see along the way. First of all is our mission. You know, this is important. You know, we sat down and we looked at every word of our mission. Our mission is to inspire the world to embrace every second of every season of life by showing up authentically in a way that has never before been experienced in business. Just bring an authenticity to business. It doesn't mean you work less. It means you work harder, but you still bring the authenticity to the game. If it's kind of like a ravenous financial do-me experience every time you're doing the business, it's not going to work. But show up in a way where you're really present and you're really with people when you're with them. And I promise you that alone is half of the battle, is being present. Next. Our vision is to create an abundant, energetic global community where service inspires happiness, innovation fuels prosperity, and embracing health, be it physical, financial, or spiritual, is paramount. So that some of us might be experiencing more financial while others are experiencing more physical health, etc. But our whole goal is to stand 100% in the wealth that comes from being at peak in those areas of life. Next. Our purpose, and it's funny, we talked a lot about this, and we ended up with just 2 words: to inspire growth. Whether that's your personal, financial, physical, mental, spiritual, that here we are going to inspire growth. And let me tell you something. Some of the people we're attracting in the field who really know what they're doing as much or more than we know what we're doing, I assure you that you're going to get this in surround sound in this company. This inspire growth thing is really going to happen. And nothing excludes you from inspiring growth in this company. This is your opportunity to inspire growth. Okay, next. These are some of the positioning that we have. Our slogan for the company is "Every day is the season." It doesn't matter what country you're from. You have holidays. And it's funny, during holidays, people turn it on and all of a sudden they're nice and they're generous. Okay, in this business, that just doesn't work. Every day we show up, every day is the season here. Don't wait till the holidays to be nice. This is something we try to and strive for every single day. The solutions for every season, you know, look, there's people out there walking in poverty. We need to provide a solution for that. There are people who are malnourished, who need nutrition, who are unhealthy, who are obese. There are solutions for that. There are people who are trying to figure themselves out. We have solutions to that. So our whole idea is to provide solutions for every season. Next. Our promise is to provide energy for life. It's funny, if you follow the word money, money turns into the word currency. Currency turns into the word energy. Okay? Money is energy. Health is energy. You're the account manager. You make deposits or withdrawals to your health, right? What we do as a community is all based on energy. So this is all energy. So we're providing energy for life. It's all good. Next. I don't know. I've never seen these kind of slogans in any company. I really love this. It's very unique and really fits who we are. We believe. These are some of the we believes you'll see sprinkled throughout the websites and sprinkled throughout the policies and procedures. We want to drive the right behavior. We believe in the profound connection between health and kindness. I believe that health is kindness, kindness is health. They're one and the same. Next. We believe in the transformative power of energy. It's not important where you receive it, but it's also important where you spend it. A lot of times we're trying to get energy and we're unconscious to where we spend our energy. Today, I'd like to think that you spent your energy in a good place, that was really purpose-driven, that we can create history together and keep it. It's hard to get to the top. It's harder to stay there. Next. We believe that professional skills will never exceed your personal growth. Become skilled. But, there's nothing more annoying than somebody who's really skilled, who's really repelling as a human being. So become the person. It's not only what you become, it's who you become, and you combine those and you're magic at that point. You're lethal. Next. We believe in bringing the power of the global economy to every door. You know where this came from is I flew to a little country in the West Indies called Guadeloupe. I get off the plane. It's a little tiny island, never even heard of it myself. And they're saying, "Are you the CEO?" I said, "Yeah." And they're like, "What are you doing here?" "I'm here to do the business." "Well, you're the first CEO to come to our country." "Oh, why is that?" "Look at our economy." And in that moment, I turned our business model upside down, and I went, so? I'm bringing the power of the global economy indiscriminately to every doorstep. And it just changed the presentation dramatically when you look at it from the reverse up. Next. We believe in rewriting the historic standards of business. And this is just a lofty, it seems a little bit like an arrow into the sky at this point, but I can assure you this, that a resourced forever green is really unlimited in terms of what we're capable of doing in this company. So there's things that we want to hold to in terms of standards. There's things we want to hold to in terms of our culture, our stand, our action in the world and the communities. We want to rewrite the standards of business, not just in our industry, but of business. So I'm not saying we're going to be the only company, but we want to be one that's remembered for that. So there'll be things that will come as we go. They'll come in stages, but this is a very high-hanging fruit that we're shooting for. Next. Service supersedes salesmanship and alignment supersedes mechanism. I've been with so many companies that fight over what color the packaging is going to be. And should we have 4% on the 5th level or 3% on the 6th? It won't work unless it's 4% on the 5th, And they get so fixated on the mechanisms that they forget that alignment supersedes mechanism. Some of you may remember the pet rock. Millions were made because some people chose to align on selling a rock. So alignment, we want the best mechanism, we want the best percentage on every level, we want the best product, the best ingredient, the best language, the best executive team, but at the end of the day, alignment supersedes mechanism. So be objective, and in the process of being objective, realize that you're either in alignment or you're in the way. Next. We believe in loyalty and that success comes long after the honeymoon is over. Look, if you're looking to make a 90-day run with this company, you're sitting in the wrong chair, okay? We understand that after that 90 days is when the breakthroughs happen, when we fine-tune our business modeling, fine-tune our conversation, fine-tune our being, fine-tune our skill sets, fine-tune our work ethic to the point where success comes long after the honeymoon is over. If you keep looking for a 90-day run, you will never be home. You'll wake up every day with that uncertainty in your belly. Next. In developing our skill sets so that our best work is always our next. I've talked about that a lot. Believe it or not, we push each other here when we check. Thank you. This prankster. We push ourselves to, like people say, what do you mean best work is my next? It's this. What calls are you going to make this time you wouldn't make last time? What drives are you going to take that you wouldn't take last time? What plane are you going to get on? What train are you going to get on? What piece of technology intimidated you? What are you going to conquer this time? What personal breakthrough are you going to create for yourself? What are you going to create in your own home that allows the fertile soil for your success that's different in the past? Because all these little things allow you to continue to grow where your best work really is your next work. Okay? Next. We believe that energy doesn't lie. Our way of being supersedes anything we know or say. We choose love, respect, and kindness. Again, that one's a little out there, but I love it because it's this. When somebody's being kind and open and generous, oftentimes it's not the words you say. People are like, sold, can't remember what you said, love it, I'm in. There's something about being authentic and being kind and being generous and being open where you're co-creating an experience and not dictating an experience. And so we choose love and respect and kindness. And again, never trading in our work ethic and our skill sets. Next. We believe in equality. The human race is the majority. I'm tired of hearing the word minority. It doesn't serve anybody when we keep using it, in my opinion. If you're human, you're the majority. And end of story. So we believe in a brother and sisterhood that's greater than all societal limitations. We watch the media, they keep feeding the monster. I think we can handle that amongst ourselves. Next. We believe that Forever Green is home. So these are some things that you're going to see that come out that you'll be able to say and repeat if you like, if it resonates with you, that'll allow you to articulate some distinctions in our company. And it's not you reading the quotes, it's you being them too. Because that's when you create a stereo sound or a surround sound. It can't be just mono. When you combine the information with the heart, with the projecting of community, you're going to have an amazing experience every time. Oh, is this for me or is this for you? So what I was doing, no, I'm kidding. This is Blake and the team. We've been meeting with the team and trying to decide how we want our brand to look. And this is just samples and the direction that we're going. We want it to be very warm because we feel this company has a warmth to it. We want it to be young and hip and energetic. So you'll see the energy bursts. We want to have enough science that there's credibility behind us. No offense. I don't need a scientist to tell me that an orange is okay to eat, but I think having the element of science to validate is very, very important. So we kind of mixed them literally with volume buttons. We'll have this much energy, this much natural, this much science, and we came up with this. And so what you're going to see in our brand is just this really cool feel of natural, of young and hip and creative and congruent. There's nothing trendy about it. We can look back on it and still feel good about it. So these are some of the looks that we're looking at, some of the packaging, just very simple, very clean direction that we're going to move to. And our intention is to move to this or be close to this by the time we go to convention. So that website, yes. Right, Blake? Yeah. Yeah, awesome. Thank you. So, guys, thank you. Thanks, Blake. So, as you can see, we're just very excited. When we talk about industry here, Disneyland here, we're still kind of over here on our way up. Still a lot to do. But when it all gets done and you see the 3 pillars, and you see the farmer's market, and you see all the little magic that's going to be sprinkled in here, just a sequence of things that make it, in my opinion, really attractive. I'm so excited to see our company get to that place. So thank you. Next slide. Thank you. Is that it? Okay. Yes, we have that. So in closing, I just want to share with you guys one thing. At the beginning of the day, I talked about the difference between motivation and inspiration. And I don't have anything against either one. I just know this. I choose inspiration. A person inspired needs no motivation. When you're inspired, you wake up with happy feet. When you're inspired, you have a hard time going to sleep because you're so excited. When you're inspired, there's no mountain too high. You know? So I told you that there's a way to be inspired every second of every day from this point forward. And a lot of people go, yeah, right, show me that. So here it is. In the third pillar of our company, it's called the U of U. And on this trip, we won't do one because we had some scheduling problems, okay? But we normally do a U of U. And at convention in Las Vegas, it will be a massive production. Sight, sound, smell, taste, music, video, everything just in excellence. Like maybe like nothing we've ever seen in a personal development experience, okay? And I will be facilitating, and I can't wait. And we're taking it to a whole nother level. I mean, literally, live band, just everything written, not for entertainment, but for transformation. See, there's a difference. We've all been entertainers before. No. To help people move through their stuff, to inspire and touch people. So I'm going to give you a little piece of the U of U today, just one of the little snippets, so that you have an understanding of what the U of U actually is, right? I don't want to scare anybody. I was doing a U of U once, and a teenage girl raised her hand, and she said, Ron, what is self-worth? What is self-esteem? And I remember just talking so much that I gave her just a horrible answer. I said, it's just what you think of yourself, and I went on. That night when I went to bed, I kind of reviewed the day, and I'm like, that was a moment that I missed. I could have connected with her. I could have gone. I got to thinking what self-worth is. A real stupid answer. So I got to thinking what self-worth is. And if you want to know what I think is the secret to your success, in my opinion, it's when you combine what I'm about to share with you with action. You see, a lot of people talk about self-worth in society like it's a tattoo. Oh, this person has a low self-worth. Oh, this person has a high self-worth. When in fact, self-worth is a moving target. Some days you feel amazing, and some days you just feel lifeless. You go to an airport, you see some people walking like they mean it, like they're going somewhere, and you see other people licking the ice cream cone, just doing nothing. And you're like, what's the difference between this person and this person? Think of times in your life when you felt so good about yourself. Come on, be honest. When you felt so amazing about you, it's okay. What was going on? I tell a stupid story, but when I was 15 and a half years old, I had the hots for this girl in high school, and I already bought a car, and I was a terrible academic student. Terrible. And it was time for me to get my driver's license, and I'll never forget thinking, you know what? It's time for me to take the driver's education class. So I took that class. I got there early, something I never did in school. I stayed late. I was best friends with the teacher. We became pals. You would think I was a teacher's aide. I helped other students in the class get all the answers right. I got an A+ in driver's ed, and I walked around school like I owned the whole school, like I was a straight A student in one class. And people would go, man, Ron, what's going on in your life? And it's funny that I think back that at that time in my life, I felt so good about myself, that I felt inspired. And I was like, yeah. And then sadly in life, they kind of come and go, don't they? And we're like playing like with dice, waiting for the next spike. Well, who wants to play with dice? We can create the spike every second for the rest of our lives, starting right now. And in my opinion, Here is the answer I should have given to that young teenage girl. You see, when we're small and we're young, you ask a child what they want to be when they grow up, and they say anything because they can. They don't edit their words. It's only when we grow up and we allow our experiences to start tainting our identity that we start editing our words to survival. Oop, made it through the day. Whew. But a child, they think like everything. So what happens is we grow up and our dreams. And when I talk about dreams, I'm not talking about the tooth fairy or the Easter bunny. I'm talking about your life, your dreams. What is it you really want in your life? So what happens is when you're young, you know what you want. So let's say your dreams are, you want to look and feel a certain way. You want to earn so much money. You want your relationships and to be a certain way. You want your community to feel, you want to serve your community, and you want your spirituality to feel a certain way. Let's say those are your dreams. But what happens is this. This is you, and eventually you become separated from your dreams. And your dreams start to get dusty and distant. And all of a sudden you're like, like breathing becomes a chore because your dreams are over here now. And when your dreams are over here, you're living this dark spiritual darkness where you're just breathing. So maybe self-worth is nothing more than you today re-identifying what your dreams are. Like, what are they again? Write them down. Let them ooze inside your soul where you're just like smiling like crazy. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy going back to these things that I let go of. Why did I let go of them? Because I'm an adult now? What? So maybe self-worth is getting clear again, right? Of these dreams. So let's say starting with your spirituality. Boom. There's some things you want to do to just feel more peace inside, to create the intangibles in your life. Boom, it starts to light up, right? And then let's say in your relationships, you're able to finally say, I am responsible for all of the relationships in my life. And by saying that, imagine how you'll show up in that space. And now the next is in your community. You know, I think I want to get a little bit more. I keep complaining about the community I live in, but I'm not doing anything to make it better. So I'm going to go out and reach out a little bit and make my community a little bit better. Money, big one for everybody. I want to make some money, man. I want to get after it, and I want to do some things, and I'm willing to pay the price to do it, and this is what I want. See, now you see what's happening? And then finally your health. Look, you cannot create and sustain your dreams if you're stepping over your health to get there. And then when you get clear about those, guess what? When you wake up, you think about them. When you speak of them. When you do your actions are inside of them. And when you do this, folks, you light up like a Christmas tree. When you do this, you're in this space, you attract all the things that feed this in you. When you're in that space, you attract it. That's not foo-foo. When you're in that space, you're consciously aware, so therefore you see it and you acknowledge it and you take advantage and you're creating your dreams. So maybe self-worth is nothing more than you rewriting your dreams specifically, and everything that you do is inside of your dreams. And when you're inside of your dreams, the world takes notice, energy doesn't lie, and maybe this is the magic for not only creating, but sustaining success. These people, right over there, those are the people that people want to marry, make babies with, go into business with. The party doesn't start until they show up. You see, some of you walked into the room and went, is this going to be any good today? And others walked in and said, today is going to for the rest of your life. I express my love to you, my gratitude, and my welcome to you. Let's make history. Our best work is our next. Welcome home.
Thank you, Ron Williams. Thank you, Ron. It's going to be a great day tomorrow, folks, at our U of U. Okay, just a couple of house cleaning items will be done. I do want to recognize in attendance today Mr. Randy Schrader, legend in our industry. So I recognize him and his beautiful significant other. Craig, let's just go through the upcoming information here in terms of events. This is really important for the U.S. distributors, certainly. March 14th, so next month, we'll be in Ontario, California for our California regional meeting. It will be from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. Michelle LeSueur will be there. I will be there. And we are going to have a great meeting. We have a room that will hold 300 people. Tickets are now available, and we're heading towards that event already being sold out. So if you know anyone in California, please understand that what was taught today will be taught at that meeting. So it'll be very, very consistent. So we're looking forward to that. Next, 7-star luxury Paul Gauguin. French? Parlez-vous français? Tahiti cruise. Of course, Tahiti is one of the French. Yes, voila. That is Tahiti. Okay, Tahiti and the Society Islands, March 28th through April 4th. Now, very significant March 28th for a couple reasons. Number one, it is the first day of this 7-star and above cruise. Number two, it is also my birthday. So by default, I believe I should be on that cruise. All in favor, say aye. Thank you. So let it be written. Okay, 8 days. Wow. Tahiti, Craig. You and I went to different high schools together. We should be on that. Right, May 25th through the 28th, Las Vegas, the Bellagio Hotel, the Welcome Home Convention. We have seats for 7,500 people, and we have 3 seats left. Do you have your tickets? Here's how you fill a stadium. You first book the stadium. Okay, so we plan on that meeting being absolutely packed. It is the company's official launch. And it will be held at the Bellagio Hotel May 25 through 28 by show of hands. Who can I count on in being there? Okay, that's everybody. I know your phone numbers. I know where you live. All right, what else, Craig? What was that? Something? Oh, tickets are on sale. Some of you won some tickets today, so you actually can buy your tickets today too. They are in that room just out and to the right, which was where we have the store, and you can purchase products in the store, and you can also purchase tickets to the convention, May 25th through May 28th. Brenda, anything else? Anything? I saw you there. Just looked like you have a thought. Anything? No? Okay. I have 1 bottle of Frequency to give away, and I'm going to try to crack a joke. I'm going to let you know that I'm going to crack a joke just in case it's lost in translation. I am currently training for a half Ironman. So part of that activity is to swim. So I've been drinking Frequency, which has marine phytoplankton, and my swimming is much, much better. Marine phytoplankton, I've been drinking it, my marine swimming much better. My strokes, everything. Okay. Craig, I believe that's it. How about you rock us out with some crazy music, and let's call it a day, folks. Thank you so much for being here.